going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to go ahead and it's a pretty warm day and it's getting up in the 90s now. Humidity's still not real high, but I'll show you what it is for the day's temperature and humidity in a minute. But today we're going to simulate setting up the rooftop tent in somewhat of a shady, sunny area, because during the daytime the sun's going to move, so you might lose your shade and be in direct sunlight. I'm going to set my zero breeze up and show you how I use it, and hopefully it helps some people out in their choice of what they want to do. So let's get to it. Alright, so here's what we got so far. These are the Dokyo 220 watt solar panels. I have two of them. These are like $230 a piece. And I have this extension cable right here. Actually hooks up to 4 panels, so I can hook up 4 panels. That one came on my Harbor Freight kit. And then I'm feeding the EcoFlow, which I do not endorse their products no more. Let's see. So we're getting over 100 watts coming in right now. And it's not perfect because they're laying flat on the ground. They're not tilted or optimum or whatever. But I will show y'all that here in a minute, some more. All right, y'all see how I'm only getting 107 watts right now? I got two 220 watt solar panels hooked up. This is one of the problems I had with EcoFlow when I called their tech service. They didn't want to help me because I wasn't using their solar panels. They told me, good luck, which is bullcrap. In the app for the EcoFlow River, there is a setting in there where you can change from car, which this is probably what it's on, is on car input, to 12 volt solar or auto, where it'll select between car and solar panel. I was only getting 107 watts. They led me to believe that my panels were crap because I didn't spend $600 on their 200 watt panel. So let me go in the app and I'll see what I can do. Alright, so going into the app, you can see the input is 107 watts. If you come over here, you'll see DC mode. Change that from auto to solar input only. And a lot of times, from what I hear, is on the AC slow charging, you have to turn that off. So you go back over here to the main page and you'll see the input is still low on the watts coming in. Still going to be around 107. Go back to the setting page. Change that AC slow charger off. And now look at the input watts. It's going up. Alright, so to measure the temperature and the humidity change in the tent, which I don't think you're going to get much temperature change because it's just hard for an air conditioner to cool down the space inside a tent, especially when the sun hits it. The fabric heats up and it's like a giant oven. So it's going to be hard. So that thing works like a spot cooler at that point. You can aim it directly at you with the little hose on the front, but we're not going to attach it for today's test. We're just going to stick it in there, set this little guy up. This is Govee. This is a little Bluetooth sensor that measures temperature and humidity. It works great. And they're like $14 on Amazon. I'll put a link to it in the descriptions if you want to check those out, along with the solar panels and the zero breeze and all that stuff too. I'll put links to all this stuff because that's how we keep our videos going, is we get the small little commissions from the affiliate stuff, right? So, by the way, I'm not paid by them. I just get a tiny commission when you click the link and buy their stuff. I get a tiny commission off of it. So anyway, this is Govee. Like I said, 14 bucks on Amazon. It works great on the app. It shows a graph for the temperature and the humidity. So starting right now, I just took it out of the house, which was like 69 degrees in the house. So you're gonna see the graph go from 69 to whatever it is out here. So we're gonna hang it up inside the tent real quick. Get the zero breeze set up and get this test going while that thing charges up some over there. All right, so I moved the camera into the tent. Might be kind of shaky. I got the Govee. We're gonna hang it up because, you know, heat rises. So we're gonna hang it up right here off of one of these little toggles. And you can kind of see it there floating right there. Now I'm gonna get the zero breeze set up and we'll put the hoses out the windows. And I always set mine over here in the corner, close to the door right here. So we'll get it set up and show you. Let me go get it. Actually, yep, we'll just do it off right here. So I always put my little drain tube on, because Zero Breeze is very clear that they give you a drain tube. That's another problem I had with the Wave and their group, with their spec sheets they released. They kept saying, put my fresh air intake hose over here. I'll show you all this in a second. And the heat tube right now. Uh-oh. Put it in place of solar. All right. There we go. That's better. Usually I always hook up the power stuff before I put all the other attachments on. Alright. So, now we're hooked up. Roll this thing up out of the way. Alright. All right. All right. So let me let me turn on the AC power to this thing. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn this guy on. It always goes to the turbo mode first. So we'll put it on regular AC first and high fan, because you're going to want to put some air in here. And we'll go out here and check the EcoFlow. Right, so as y'all can see, I got the two 220 watt panels here hooked up, and I got these two little cheap Harbor Freight panels hooked up. Now, they're hooked up and coming over here. I got to playing mad scientist. I got a charge controller that came with it. I'm actually getting 13.4 volts from the panels at 12 amps. That's about 159 watts. Battery voltage is 12.8. So we're coming out of the charge controller and going over here to this cheap $60 deep cycle battery. Hooked up here. These cables here are coming around, going to my Juniper 750 watt power inverter. Got 11.876 right in there. It just kind of bounces around in there on how much power is going in. And that is plugged into this cable, which goes around and into the side of the EcoFlow. And now, as you can see, even on slow charge, I'm still getting in 320 watts of charge. I'm putting out 206 right now to the Zero Breeze, which is in the tent on regular AC on high mode. And it's saying I'll be charged in 2 hours. So that's the easy way to power that little air conditioner all day long on solar. And I will say that these panels are very inefficient. So if you got one 200 watt like Bouge RV panel or a rigid panel, not rigid, a Renogy, Those panels are going to be more efficient than these. These right here don't put out close to what they actually say. That's why I have these little helpers in to get the amps up a little bit more. The way I got it wired, and as you saw, I was only getting 10 amps with these two panels, and then when I added these two, I got up to 12 amps. And now I'm maintaining 12.8 volts on the battery, 13.4 volts coming in of solar, 12 amps from the PV panels. And yeah, and it looks, and like I said, I'm charging this thing up. And once this thing gets charged up, it says 2 hours. So say it gets charged up at runtime, just shut this thing down and let this thing run the load until it starts coming down to about 50%, and then kick this back on. That way your solar is charging your battery, and your whole system will keep on running. And then at nighttime, you can swap over. If you don't have the power distribution cable, you can swap over to the Zero Breeze battery. So yeah, I'm just over here playing